Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of Aimblox Movement, and I've got the ultimate guide to help you take your game to the next level. Whatever you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, this video is packed with tips and tricks to help you master the art of movement. We'll be covering everything from basic movement techniques to advanced maneuver, so get ready to jump, slide and dash your way to victory with this ultimate Aimblox Movement guide. Also, make sure to stick around until the end, because I got a special surprise for you that you don't want to miss. So without further ado, let's get right into the content. Alright, so let's get straight started. The first thing you want to learn and will have to learn is obviously sliding. Sliding is performed very simply. As long as you sprint, basically W and shift, and you press either C or control, you perform a slide. Also, to mention to that, the more velocity you have, basically the faster you are, the more you slide, because eventually your slide will just die down and you will just slow down like this. So this is pretty much how you slide. I would suggest getting it down. There's around roughly a 1 second delay to before you can slide. As you can see, if I try to slide right afterwards, it just will cancel it out immediately. So there's a little tip you can do, which I will give you right about now. If you jump twice after a slide, you can pretty much slide afterwards immediately. So basically here, slide, jump, jump, slide, jump, jump, slide, jump, jump, slide. That's pretty much all there is about the very basic sliding technique. So let's get straight into the second point. Alright, and now after you master dashing and sliding, and the second and the third thing we definitely will learn is punch boosting, wall hopping, whatever you want to call it. It's basically just called, I just like to call it punch boosting. And how you do it is very simple. You can have a gun out or not, and basically hold your gun out, look down and press F. And you can see you punch the ground and you get a little bit of speed boost. And yes, you can move around with it. So what I would recommend is you punch up, or just move, punch up, and then just like move like this. And it basically gives you a bit of height, which is much easier. Let's say there's a wall. Let's say there's an enemy. Here's a wall. There's an enemy here. What you can do is you can just jump over, and just shoot him. And that's how it pretty much goes. And there's a second mode for melee, obviously. There's the melee mode. If you don't have anything equipped and you press F, I don't know mobile, I don't play mobile, I'm sorry. I think if you hold the melee button, it's for mobile. Then you have a way faster mode, and this is where you can do something called melee climbing. Shout out to Belen, this is what he calls it. I just like to call it categorized as this jump boosting itself. Basically it's as long as you have any surface, you can jump, you can boost around this like this. And there's a few things to say about this. It doesn't work on holographic stuff. Like as you can see, it doesn't work on these bars. They just aren't punchable. That's about it with melee punching. So important you get this down. It just gives you so much needed momentum and like height. And yeah, we're gonna get straight into the fourth technique, which will be a bit harder to do, but you guys will get it done. All right, and now after you mastered your basics and obviously melee boosting, we can get into some specific movement techniques that only work on some maps. But first of all, not a lot of people will actually use these, but I would still say you keep watching because they are still important. And the first thing we have is called ledge sliding / ledge jumping. And what these basically are, as long as you have a ledge like this, like a canted ledge that is around this angle, if you jump into it while sliding and holding W and shift, you get a really high boost. Yeah, like this. And it's stupid why it works, but I love it. Because especially on airship, this map, you can pretty much, as soon as you spawn, like you usually spawn below here, you can technically boost up with a rocket, and then just do and get an extreme height advantage. But yeah, this is pretty much what ledge sliding, like ledge jumping is. You can see it's very easy to do and it's very effective, I would say. It's one of my most favorite techniques to do, genuinely. And the second thing is called ledge sliding. Ledge sliding is performed roughly similar to this, just instead of like going up a ledge like this, and like you don't go up a ledge like this, you just slide across it. And as you can see, I already covered a bit of it in the first part, like in this video, I covered a bit of it already, but I found a few new things out and a few new places where you can slide out. So alright, and straight on to the next point. And the next point obviously is, it's called rock boosting or rocket jumping. And I think everyone that played Team Fortress 2 or pretty much any movement game knows how to do this. Basically, as long as you have any explosives, the China Lake, the Supernova, the RPG, the Christmas RPG, or in my case the pumpkins, you can look down. Because you don't take any self damage, you can just boost yourself up the entire time, which is wonderful, by the way. You can see this is pretty much one of the most underutilized things. I just see a lot of people punch, like rocket jumping in general. But if you have any of these items, do it. It's very effective and it's very simple to do. Just look down, jump, basically just look down, throw it and you boost. You can also jump while doing it to get a bit extra height, and you can also do it while sliding, get even more momentum forward, as you get a bit of forward momentum and a bit of height, which is wonderful. And let's go straight into the now really advanced stuff. Let's get straight into the second tip. First of all, if you really managed to make it this far in the video, thank you very much. I really appreciate you watching this long. Be sure to drop a like if you have watched that far. Anyways, enough plug. Let's get into the now advanced movement stuff. It's something that just got added with the latest update, with the bungaku bow update, and pretty much I call it bow jumping. I don't see anyone doing it because it's extremely stupid to do, because you technically have to pay money for it. But I think it also works with the normal bow, but I haven't tested myself because it's never an invitation. So if you have the normal bow, please test it out and let me know in the comments. Alright, but how you do it is pretty simple. It technically allows you to get another jump. Basically, if you look down with the bow and just shoot a full charged arrow, you get boosted into the air like a rocket. But the difference between that is you can rocket jump while using the heartbreaker. So instead of, basically, you can see I can only make it around roughly to that water here. But if I do the same maneuver again and then do this with the bow out, you can see I gain an extra jump there, like extra air dash worth of distance to this. And it's so fun to do because you can actually do really stupid stuff, because you can do it continuously too. See, you can do it continuously, and it pretty much allows you to stay in the air indefinitely, or better to say, as long as your momentum runs out. And yes, this also works with punch boosting too. As you can see, it also just works with punch boosting in its own, which is extremely broken, and I absolutely love it. It's not the, I mean, honestly, it's not even that strong to begin with. It's fun but not strong, because you technically have to give up 2 or at least one of the items just to do it. And the bow on its own, even though it works now, it's not the best. As you can see, even though I aim pretty much perfectly, you still don't hit them really. But yeah, that's really about it with all. That's basically every movement technique I know in Aimblox. That's pretty much every single movement technique I know. But yeah, I would say let's call it quits today. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe and watch my further video. We'll see us in the next one. I'm raux, and ciao ciao.